Once upon a time, in a quiet village surrounded by green hills and flowing rivers, there lived a young man named Kavi. He was known for his insatiable curiosity. He wanted to learn everything about life, wisdom, and success. Every morning, he carried 2 empty buckets across the fields to collect water from the river. And every evening, he returned home with his buckets full. But his mind, just like those buckets, was always overflowing with questions, doubts, and racing thoughts. He was full, but he felt empty. One day, Kavi heard about a wise old master who lived on the top of a distant mountain. People said he could answer any question about life. Driven by his thirst for knowledge, Kavi decided to make the journey. After a long and tiring climb, he finally reached the master's simple hut. The old man was sitting quietly, just watching the wind play with the leaves. Kavi, barely catching his breath, rushed forward. "Master, I've come from so far away to learn from you. I've studied countless books and followed many teachers, but I still feel lost. I don't understand life. Please, teach me your wisdom." The master looked at him, a gentle smile gracing his lips, and said, "Very well, but first, let's have some tea." He took a small cup and began to pour tea for Kavi. He poured and poured, until the hot liquid overflowed the rim and spilled onto the table. Startled, Kavi shouted, "Master, stop. The cup is already full. It can't hold any more." The old man looked directly into Kavi's eyes and said softly, "Exactly like your mind." Kavi froze. The master continued, "You come to me full of your own opinions, theories, and preconceived answers. How can I possibly pour new wisdom into a cup that is already overflowing?" For a long moment, silence filled the air, broken only by the sound of dripping tea. The young man slowly bowed his head in understanding. He realized he had spent his entire life collecting knowledge, but he never learned how to let go. His mind was just like those 2 buckets he carried every single day, always heavy, always full, leaving no room for anything new. In that moment, for the very first time, he truly emptied his mind. Over the next few months, Kavi stayed with the master. He didn't ask questions. Instead, he worked in the garden, listened to the wind, and watched the sunrise. He spoke less and observed more. And slowly, his heart began to understand what books could never teach. He realized that true wisdom doesn't come from adding more, but from removing what no longer serves: your fears, your pride, and all the internal noise. Sometimes we carry too much past regrets, future worries, and the weight of others' opinions. We fill our minds until there's no room left for peace or new beginnings. But remember the lesson of the teacup. Only when it is empty can it be filled again. Only when the mind is quiet can wisdom truly enter. So today, I invite you to take a deep breath. Let go of what you don't need. Empty your mind. And find the peace that is already waiting for you within. If this story touched your heart, please share it with someone who might need a moment of calm today. And remember to subscribe for more stories that inspire. Sometimes, the most powerful thing you can do is simply let go. Thank you for watching.